Alright, so I'm back at the shop. Parker's here, Tundra's here. Tundra's new to the place. So Parker is in the process of center punching the holes in the hinge for the elevator trim. And so he's going to be working on the elevator trim assembly. And I'm going to go work on the fuselage over there, on getting these supports in here where I've cut out for the intake. I've got this one shaped and ready to go in. The back of the VW, the intake comes right through here and then drops down to the carb. And so I've got this on. Got to make this one over here. I've got this one made and shaped, so it's ready to get epoxied in place. And now I'm gonna hop over and get this one made, and then we'll be able to keep this piece going here. So I'll get what I need to do that, and I need to drill mine before Parker starts drilling his. So let me do that real quick. No, I was just trying to see how much was hanging off the other one. Not that far is probably good enough. Yeah, brand new blade cuts like business. All right, it's all yours. All right, and I just have to get my compass set at 3/4 of an inch, which it should be where I left it yesterday, which it is. It's good. And then I'm just gonna trace around the curve here. It is as you said. She wants to be wherever you are.
Right
It's
next.
no problem though.
Even if it's in a little pile of sawdust and metal shavings. Are you a shop dog today? You don't need this piece, right? It's extra?
It's extra, yeah. Then I'm just gonna take the straight edge here and make a line on each side. And then we'll cut that out. right, so we'll line this up with the hole there, and then we'll mark the location of these. That just shows me where these members are on the inside, right here. So now we'll just draw a straight line across there, and that's where we cut that. And then we'll come back and test it on the inside. All right, now we can test the inside fit. And that's actually really good. So got that right the first time. All right, we got a great fit, so we're all set there. So those two are ready to epoxy in. So I'll get what I need for that. So we'll get this all epoxied here. Alright, so Parker's got the trim tab clecoed on one end, and now he's going to be drilling a hole on the other end, putting a cleco in that, then he can drill all the holes in between. Yeah. So we're putting the trim tab on the top side of the hinge, and we're actually putting the other part of the hinge on the underside of the elevator. So this will all be all you see on the top side. Perfect.
You have me worried I had it backwards for a second.
Nope, you got it exactly right. All right. And I'm gonna get this other piece epoxied in here before my epoxy sets up. So. Working out okay? Yeah. You know, it's a little wide when you first grab it. Alright, so I'm going to work on the control horn. And I'm going to start with the hinge line, which is here. What's that?
If you make a longer control horn,
Yeah.
you can always drill a shorter hole like for if you decide you don't want to go.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And then worst case scenario, you just grab it and cut off the end of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So for the saw, I want to be working off this end. It's hard to get that into the saw. All right, so. So it's going to be 2 1/4. Control horn's going to be 2 1/4 inches plus 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to go a full 3 inches. Let me just illustrate for you real quick what I'm doing, so you'll be able to follow along. Basically, the hinge line is here. The hinge line is right here. We have the actual piece of hinge here. We're going to mount this just aft of that. So it's going to go back here, this bracket, but it needs to sweep forward to here, so that it's on the center line of the hinge. So it's going to have a shape like this, like so. So that's what I'm drawing out on here right now. I'm just starting at this point right here, and then I'll go over the distance that I need to go here, and get this hole. And the distance I want to be from here is 2.25. So I'm 2 1/4 down. I'm going to leave 3/4 of an inch that I can bend over to rivet it to the trim tab. So I have a hole here and here. So that's what I'm working on. All right, so. All right, so I got my mounting holes marked. I have the horn. I use the aileron horn actually for my lines, as you saw. Got my horn all marked out, and now all I got to do is go over to the bandsaw, cut this out, drill my holes. These two are going to be for the 1/8 inch rivets, and this one will be much smaller for the wire in the cable. So, all right, I'll go cut this out. Alright, we're getting the control horn in place here. And we've also drilled the holes for my cable safe attachment that also gets mounted on here, right there, like so. But we drilled one hole with the drill press, and now we're going to drill partially. We're squaring up the horn to the edge, and we'll actually start a hole and then take it back to the drill press and run it on through. So you're confident you're good there?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, if you're square here, you're good. Yeah, you're good. All right. All right, now we'll take that to the drill press, finish it off, and then we can bolt it on. But there's really no need to, because we're not going to install that at the moment, but we are going to continue to work on the elevator trim cable. All right, so we got the cable safe in place here. And now Parker's actually drilling the control horn for the tab over there. We'll get that in place. We're drilled out for the elevator control horn, so that's all set. And we're gonna put this back on the plane over there so that we can test, kind of get this whole cable system, get it all set up. So make sure it works, and then take it all apart. All right. And so the control horn that you saw me mark out, we're just getting that attached to the trim tab now.
Looks straight to you, right?
Yep. So we clecoed one hole that we drilled, and now we're going to drill the second hole. So we get a good match. And hold it.
Might be easier if we just do this, right?
You'll never find the middle though.
Okay.
That's the problem, is it's hard to find the middle. There's a better chance this way. It goes so fast that it's all good. Yeah, so you'd be good now. You're gonna deburr that. That's the thing about aluminum work.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It's like assemble, drill, take apart, deburr. Although it's 025, 032, stainless steel rivet. This metal will never eat that stainless steel rivet through, but it's a matter of doing it right, right? It's the right way to do it.
take the right steps.
Yep, the right steps. You don't want the aluminum to wear the hole larger, right?
Can you say hi? Right here. Can you say hi?
Okay, so Parker and I have this kind of together. I'll show you what we got. We've got our cable coming in here with our Z-bend going into the lever. We figured out where the center mark is, so, and we're all good there. And then on the back side, just kind of clamp this just level for now. And now what we're doing is you can see the cable runs through the cable safe right there. And the next step is just to hold the trim tab level here. You want to grab the camera, bud? So that's about level right there, just by looking at the hinge. And the spot where we need to mark the cable is right about there. Let's see where we want our Z-bend. Right there. Close. All right. All right, so Parker and I have this all sorted out now, and what we'll have to do is there'll have to be basically a slit in the fabric with some extra fabric support, so that this cable is a little bit free to move right here, coming out of the fuselage, and Parker will operate the trim tab, and you'll be able to see it move here. So that's basically the range of motion. There's a lot more available, but probably not necessary. So yeah, so the cable is just held in place at that cable safe right there, and that's what kind of keeps it, so it's held between that point and that set screw you saw me make right there, and that takes care of holding all that in place. That's the cover that goes on to keep all that nice and tidy. And yeah, sweet. So I think we're about wrapped up for the day. If there was one more thing to do, it would just be to drill the holes for where these go right here, and these go like toward the inside, right about there, just like that. And that's so the cable can come out of here, come through there, go back to the rudder, and then just like this cable on the bottom comes out and goes to the, we still have to cut the slots for where the cable comes out, but I've already marked where that is. It's between here and here. So I have some slots cut there on both sides. We'll have to cut a couple slots here. There's a certain distance that's marked out on the plan for how far forward to come for that. Obviously the cable comes out of the fair lead right there, and comes back and up, comes out there, back to the rudder. Yeah, so anyway, thanks for hanging out with us today and checking out all the madness. This is a really big deal, getting this trim system kind of in place and functioning, so now we can take all this back apart again and get ready to, it's one step closer to getting everything kind of urethaned. We'll cut those slots, that's left, drill the holes for those two, and clean up this front area here. See, the epoxy's already set up, so well, not completely. So we'll just leave that in place. But these are in. for that intake manifold that comes in the back of the BW, comes down to the carburetor. It goes right through those holes. So yeah, so hey, if you're not a subscriber, I invite you to hit the subscribe button and that little bell next to that so you don't miss anything. And hey, we will catch you later.